place needs people to encourage people to be better. No place needs people to encourage people to be better than they really are, besides Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I know you focus day to day. I know you're a day-to-day man. But can you think about some days?
Let me take the computer here, because you starting to talk that talk. I got to show you where I am. I love it where I am.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
I love it where I am.
What's up, Cowboy Faithful? It's your boy DMV back with another one. And I know people are going to look at the title and they're going to think that it's clickbaity. I promise. Stay for the whole thing because the argument is going to make sense. It's going to make sense why Deion Sanders should be considered as a top candidate for the Dallas Cowboys head coaching job. And quite frankly, I think that there's no one better that can scratch all of the boxes of what the fans need and what the Joneses need. All right. And I know that there are people out there. They're going to be naysayers. They're going to be people, ex-media people turned podcasters that are going to try and sway your ideas or try and make this seem like it is crazy. And I'm going to tell them people, and if they feel like it's a shot, then it's a shot and say something about it. But what I'm going to say is there was a time where y'all tried to paint podcasters or content creators as crazy, and now you've entered the space that they have. That freedom of voice feel good, don't it? So pardon me if I ain't gonna back down to the things that y'all are saying. Straight up. So it makes sense for a couple of reasons, and I'm gonna explain the why and the how, right? Why does it make sense from look, I have to start with Jerry Jones. You got to start with perspective. People don't look at other people's perspective. And that's the problem with things now. That's even the problem with people on X/Twitter. You know, people don't take perspective into play. Now, first and foremost, the number one reason that you're going to have a head coach is because it's got to scratch the back of your ownership. Your ownership/GM, because as much as we want to fire the GM, it ain't going to happen. But you got to make things seem like it's his idea. Jerry is that type of person where you can sway him to, do things, but you got to have a case behind it. Why Deion? Look at the economic prosperity of Colorado since he has become a head coach there. It was estimated in an article, I think that was written in August of this year, a couple months ago. Deion's arrival has accounted for $340 million for directly to that city, to that area based on the football. That's just off of Deion being there. And I think that roughly per season, it's something along the lines. And look, you guys who are economic people who can find things, you guys can let me know if my numbers are off, but I think that he's around a little bit over $100 million a year or something like that. Look, these are things that I read. So from an economic standpoint, sunglasses, merch, press, stories, all of that type of stuff, there's nobody that embodies that more than Deion Sanders. What's his motto? Look good, feel good, play good, and they pay good, right? That's exactly what the showmanship is of what the Dallas Cowboys are. And so my guy Boss Cowboy always talks about sons versus bastards, right? Sons being the guys that we drafted, that we want to develop, that we want to take full credit for. There's only been probably one bastard that they didn't draft or bring in for an undrafted free agent that they claim, and it's Deion Sanders, right? Deion Sanders is the only bastard that has become a real son. So I think that Deion not only has the legacy, he has the Cowboys legacy, but Deion Sanders was that signing attributed to the last Super Bowl championship that this franchise has. So Jerry can spend that financially and get the fans on board with it. For Deion, why? Deion has the opportunity to leverage the relationship with his sons, with recruits that he knows, ex-players. Deion has an opportunity so Deion had to go to Colorado to get eyes on the Suns for real, for real. Let's just keep it 100. People want to say that Jackson State was stealing and stuff. That's cool. But being at a Power 5 school, there was no way that his son would be a top quarterback prospect had he not gone to Colorado. Let's just keep it 100. I think Deion is driven by his family. I think making the right decisions for his family. He has roots in Texas. Y'all remember the Truth Football program and all that type of stuff? Deion has roots here. So if it's what's best for his family, you can convince Deion that it is a great opportunity. And I know what Deion has said in the past. Deion, looks at Colorado and it's like he has no reason to leave. But there are a couple of things that Deion has always done what's best for him. And it's not hard to convince him that this opportunity is what's best for him. You got an opportunity to be the first black head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. You have the opportunity to be in position to have 2 of your 3 sons, because he considers Trav a son. You got an opportunity to get 2 of the 3. You got an opportunity to really turn around the biggest franchise in probably sports, or one of them at least. I know in football for sure. You got an opportunity to do that. And I think that it could definitely be painted to him if the opportunity presents itself. Deion is one of the people who doesn't shy away from attention, because Deion puts the work in order to earn all of that. So why not at that point, right? Offer's good. The stage is bright. Why not? Now I think how could this happen, right? Like how do we make this happen? The fans. We start talking about it. We start mentioning it. Jerry listens to the fans. They listen to us. They look at us on X. People think it's crazy, but they listen to the fans. Think about this. We all talked about Dak not running the ball. The media talked about Dak not running the ball. Next thing you know, Dak runs the ball the next week, messes up his hamstring. The running back room. The fans have been able to manipulate the running back room, all of that type of stuff. So if us fans start speaking it can happen. It can happen. And Deion, again, no matter what he says, might love it at Colorado. He's telling you that for leverage purposes. See, people who don't understand that, they don't negotiate nothing. Of course he's going to tell you he love it where it is. My last 3 jobs, I loved it where I was until the bag was bigger. Like, y'all understand that. And stop trying to sell people. Stop trying to sell, the regular people, blue-collar people who may not negotiate. Stop trying to sell them that can't happen, or that Deion can't change his mind. Leverage is a powerful thing. Just because you might not understand it, or just because you don't want people to understand it so that you can be a gatekeeper, don't try and tell people that leverage isn't a real thing. Of course, Deion's going to tell you he loves it where it is, so you can pay more, of course. Or he can have more power, more say-so. Of course he's going to tell you he loves it where it is. Nobody is above bettering their circumstance, bro. Straight up. And that's where I am with that. Economically, it makes sense. From a legacy standpoint, it makes sense. Deion is driven by his family and his legacy. Deion wants to win. Deion wants to succeed wherever he goes. Jerry wants to make money. Jerry wants to get the credit for the good things that happen. And lastly, I look at it this way. And I was telling Aisha Morrison this yesterday, because that's my sis. We hired Jason Garrett for 10 years. Why the hell wouldn't we hire Deion? That's all I got, man. Y'all leave a comment in the comment section and tell me what y'all think. But from the heart, this goes from somebody who didn't really love Deion as a player. I didn't start appreciating Deion until I started paying attention to his move to Colorado as a coach. And there are things that I take from him as a coach, as a man of faith. And I would be honored if Deion would consider being a head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm out. Peace.
Turn the pressure up. I don't quit. I don't fold under pressure. I'm the best, and I know I'm the best. And you know I'm the best.